Okay, hey, here's the video for ELA 18. I just made one, and I realized I did a time-lapse video. But, okay, so now I gotta start all over again. So you're gonna be working with an ELA buddy on Thursday to fill out this report, okay? One of two reports. One of them is a missing pumpkin report, and one is the most dangerous, like, most wanted poster that you would see. So they can draw their pumpkin here. If it's a missing pumpkin, you can maybe have a sad face, like he's away from home, or she's away from home, or they're away from home. Okay, now you'll notice there's colors here too. Okay, each of these colors is a measurement that they're going to have on their string. Okay, they're going to have at the end, they want to color one end green, because then they know that that's always the starting point of which they're measuring. So these are the measurements that you need to give. So the height. Okay, now this is kind of difficult because it's round, right? So how are you supposed to, like, it would be like a guessing game. Instead, we have these handy boards. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to place the pumpkin on a board. Then you're going to take the other board and you're going to kind of squish it a little bit. So when you extend the green from one end of the bottom of the board to the top, okay, so this is going to be the top edge of this board, right, to the top edge of this other board. Okay, that's going to be the measurement of the height. Let me show you. Okay, so there, look, I already marked it green because I've already been through this once. So that would be the height of your pumpkin from board to board. Now, the same thing would be true if you were going to be measuring from side to side. Okay, so let's imagine that there's another. So there's one board, here's the other board. You're measuring from this edge, this inside edge, to this inside edge, and that's the width. Okay, and that would be, I've already measured this actually. Oh, I started at the wrong end. You got to start with the green at the end, okay, and stretch it, and it would be the red one. Okay, so that's the width of, that's why it's in red. So you're going to be doing all the measurements on it first, then you're going to take your string with the different colored markings on it, and you're going to bring it to a measuring station where there's going to be some yardsticks. And you're going to put the green at the zero, one of the greens at the zero, okay? And you're going to measure and record the different measurements, okay? So equatorial is right around the middle, right around the middle. So you just kind of get it as close to the middle as you can, and you measure it. Equatorial. Before I got yellow. Oh, I did get yellow. It's a yellow string. Oh, I marked it wrong. That's strange. Okay, so anyhow, so you're going to have, your buddy's going to come with 4 or with 5 markers of specific colors. So this is actually equatorial right here. So I mismarked this the last time I measured it. Okay, I was wondering why the equatorial was so far off from the polar. Okay, the polar is looking at the two poles of the pumpkin, okay? And you're going to start with the green, okay? The green end, you're gonna put it at the stem, you're gonna reach it around, and when it comes back to the other part of the green, that would be your polar circumference, okay? And you're gonna measure these. Okay, next, you'll notice that the top of a pumpkin has a stem, of course, right? So this is the top, this is the belly, okay? And you'll notice that there's 2 figures, polygons, at each end, okay? So how you're gonna determine the points of your polygon here are where the stem reaches out the furthest, okay? You're gonna mark where they come out the furthest. And on this one, it happens to make a pentagon, okay? And you'll see these little dash marks. These are best made with a pen, and I already put my pen away because I thought that I did this video already. But these are easier to mark with a pen than with a marker, okay? Because these are too fat. So this will get more precise. So after you mark these, you're gonna connect the dots, okay, to create whatever the shape is, and the shapes are given on the back at the top of the form, okay? So interesting enough, this is a pentagon on one side, and it's a decagon on the other. Isn't that kind of weird? That's strange. Okay, markings. This one has freckles, so I would put that where it says markings. Color, well, hello, this is yellow, and there's some orange, darker orange, a golden peat parts to this one, okay? The stem is also to be measured, and you'll notice you start with the green at the base of the stem and go to the top, and boom, there's the brown. That's the marking of the length of the stem. And you put all those measurements on your sheet where the color codes are indicated. Okay, you can name your pumpkin, okay? What is the pumpkin's name? So if it's the most wanted pumpkin, you want to kind of give it a dangerous name of sorts, right? Missing since, if it's a missing pumpkin, you say missing since Wednesday or whatever the date you want to put down there. I don't really care. So here's where the shapes are. So the top made a pentagon, okay? And the bottom made a decagon. You're going to be taking it to a weighing station. So imagine this is the scale. You're going to put it on the electric scale. You're going to measure it, how many pounds, how many ounces. Boom, you're done. You go to another station. You're going to be going to a face painting station with your buddy. You're going to be blindfolded. They're going to paint on your cheek or on your forehead a figure. And I want to thank Claire for coming up with these, okay? Drawing out a basic form of what they're going to put on your face. You get to guess what they're painting. Don't request it. Say, paint whatever you want of these 6, and I'm going to guess which one you did. And then we're gonna see how accurate your guess is. Okay. Next. Okay. Your pumpkin height. Okay. So there's gonna be long boards that'll have measurements on them. So your student, your EL buddy, can lay down next to the board, and you can measure how tall they are, or there'll be a measuring tape too. I just want to kind of give a lot of variance in stations where people can do different kind of measurements. They're going to find out how many pumpkin heights they are. So they are. Let's say that we do have a measuring tape, and you measure your person, and it's the person is 50 inches tall. Okay, and the height of their pumpkin was 10 inches, right? So how many pumpkin heights are they? 5, right? 50 divided by 10 is 5. So you're 5 pumpkin height. That's what you would be. Scoop count. Okay. Every student, EL buddy, will come with 5 markers, okay? They'll receive 1 string in which to mark the measurements. They will, of course, have their pumpkin, and at some point, one of the teachers will come around and they'll do a cutting so you can get inside. Then they're going to have a measuring cup. It doesn't matter what measuring cup they have. It could be quarter cup, half cup, 3/4 cup, whatever. Basically, they're going to scoop in one of their scoops, okay? So let's imagine that this is their scoop. And they got all these seeds. Then they're going to take the seeds and they're going to count how many seeds were in one scoop. Okay? Then they're going to record it on here because this is going to help them estimate how many seeds are in their pumpkin. So now they're going to take their empty, because they've emptied them into a container of sorts. We have a lot of recycling stuff that we can use. So they're going to come in and they're going to keep on scooping until all their seeds are out. Okay? Don't forget how many scoops they took out. they have to remember how many scoops. So this is one. Second one, they don't have to worry about where they put the seeds. Well, we're going to be giving them to Miss Wendy to roast later. So yes, keep them in a sterile place, and we'll have that figured out by Thursday. So they're going to scoop. So let's say that they took out 10 scoops, and let's say there were 35 seeds in one scoop. So how many seeds were in the same thing? 10 times 35. Okay, that's how many seeds were inside your pumpkin. Okay, so imagine this is the pumpkin that was cut open and boom, that's where all the seeds went. Okay, let's go on. Okay, they're gonna do 2 different types of pumpkin races. So there's gonna be a really long board, okay, that looks like this. There's gonna be 2 or 3 of them that are the same length, okay? And they're gonna line up their pumpkin. So you want to draw a line on one side of your pumpkin, because that's where you're going to line it up on the end of the board, and they're going to roll it along and find out how many rolls it took to get to the bottom, the other end of the board. That's one way of racing the pumpkin. The other way of racing the pumpkin is you have their line lined up right on the edge, okay? And you're going to time them 3 times, and then you're going to take an average of that to determine a score. Okay, so this is how you're gonna do it. You have the stopwatch. Okay, Gibby, 1, 2, 3, go. And so he's gonna roll it all the way to the other end, and then you're gonna stop the stopwatch. Okay, it took 10 seconds. The next one, 12 seconds. The next one after that, 12 seconds. So if you had to average that, what would that be? Like 11 seconds, something. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing for the races. They're going to race it 3 times, rolling it as quickly as they can, okay, at the equator, the equatorial area, right? You wouldn't want to do it on the polar because, hello, boom, boom, boom. Everything's on here. Let's see, length of board. Okay, we already had that. Oh, and so let's say that the length of the board was 80 inches and your equatorial was 10. So how many rolls did it take? 8, right? Easy. But the math is not going to be that easy because you may have differing lengths based on the equatorial measurement around. So here's a face painting. They get to, this says, what image did you paint on your buddy's face? They get to say what it is. Is it the scary ghost? Did you correctly answer or not? You'd say yes, you know. I'm going to put on here, I forgot to put your name and your buddy's name, because this would be nice for them to be able to keep and hold on to. This is going to be on cardstock. Okay, I think I got everything. Actually, this went faster than the first time on the time-lapse video, but I will share both of them so you can see how they all both played out. Oh, down below, there is a place for adjectives to describe your pumpkin. Okay, because they're going to enter into a pumpkin contest, you know, so the cutest, the roughest, the most mutilated, the whatever. And so you'll want to work with them, and you can help them with writing the adjectives. I mean, especially the lower L kids. They're not going to know how to spell manipulated, okay, or mutilated. I don't think so. But bruised or stuff like that. So these are things. Spotty, right? Spotty, you could name it Spotty. But I'm not sure if that's going to be a category that you're going to be entering into. But we're going to get there. So this is the video. It's actually about 4 minutes shorter than the time-lapse video. And I think we're good. So watch this video. I'm going to give you, in the ELA assignment, certain things that you should be looking for in the video so that I know that you read it, that you watched it all. Okay, see you, bye.